To me, the definition of teacher is when someone is learning. I know a lot of people who are teachers by profession, but aren't teachers by advocacy. What we need to think about is our kids learning.
I think that's very true. I think when the kids are working in a group and they're collaborating for a common goal, the standard or the task at hand suddenly is disguised in the excitement of producing the product. And so they're more interested in making this really cool product, whether it be the magazine article or the persuasive piece or designing a bat house. And they're not so much hung up on the discrete skills, let's say, as they are in making something very cool that they're very, very much proud of. And I agree completely that these skills that they're going to take away are going to transfer into our other learning that may not be collaborative. When we do ask them to write an informative piece or a persuasive piece later, or they're doing measurement and geometry, they're going to be skills that they've just picked up that they will then transfer. And they I don't think they're aware of the workload per se, if that makes sense.
Biggest opponents of project-based learning very much stress the idea that projects are awesome, but kids learn nothing. And so what is that about? Because if they're so excited and creative and engaged and the classroom is loud, they can't be learning anything. And that's a really good point. I've walked into a lot of elementary schools and middle schools, and I've seen the coolest projects in the world on the walls, in the halls. And when I look at them, I'm thinking, where's the education? Like, where do they learn? What's the content? What's the skills? So as teachers, we are accountable to that.
We probably look for behaviors in the classroom. Are they working together with each other? Are they going onto the computer and using the web? Are they able to use the web to research a certain topic? Then in the science, well, of course, then there's the bat house. I don't believe we're going to require that a bat house be made, just the plans be drawn up. And so appropriate plans on one hand. In the science one, we'll be looking outside after studying their needs. We'll be looking outside for the perfect bat house location. And of course, you can kind of judge the students' learning by their selections outside. And then they're going to be writing a persuasive piece to the district or to the principal asking for permission to put up bat houses here on campus. And so one will have the persuasive piece written by 3 kids. So that's going to tell us how the group went along. If you've got a great project, typically you've got a great group working there. So I think you look at their performance, and I've got my written piece as well as my school-wide field trip.
Understanding by design. So Wiggins and McTighe, they're 2 curriculum gurus, if you will. And right now, Understanding by Design is being used all over the world as a curriculum framework. And it's all built around the idea of backwards design and performance tasks. The term I love is authentic assessment. So what they have is they start the process with the big ideas and essential questions. And those of you that have been on the site have seen that and may know a little bit about it. But what we want to do is have students tackle realistic problems as they would be solved in the real world. The other piece is student control over his or her learning. I was not a good teacher. I did not know the rules in the beginning. This was huge. There was so much motivation and engagement from the students' help to determine how they want to learn. Does that mean you turn the classroom over to them? Absolutely not. And this is hard because what happens is we want to be comfortable. We're in front of our classroom. We need to know more than the students do, and sometimes that's tough because they know a lot. So if we let the classroom turn into an inquiry, all of a sudden it's really loud, it's active, there's conversations, it's like, what are you talking about? You have this trust level builds up. So it is a big step for you, trust-wise, but it can be incredibly engaging. And then the students working together. The world we live in, everyone has to work together. Even if I work in a house in Dalton, Pennsylvania, and yet I have to interact with people every day.
Well, I think our team works pretty well together, and so a performance task like this was a pretty good topic for us because we already split up math, reading, and science. So we thought it'd be exciting to take on a a topic where we could do math, reading, and science all on the same topic and then work together.
I think with the Common Core standards too, and the push for collaboration and the kids working together, this was just the natural next step for our team to get them to do these performance tasks.